Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston. On 1st and 10, Winston. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Winston. Going left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Jameis to throw it. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point forthcoming. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. The killer here, it's complete. And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mac Jones, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
To throw again on second down. Jones finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Jones. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the time, but
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston, now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And some space here. And a fast footwork by White. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now Jones. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And to give this time to the tailback. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. From the gun, Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The D for the Pats, the Patriots heading back onto the field now. And let's take a peek at some of the defensive effort here that's helped them get this first half lead.
Yeah, I remember in school, we used to have a term for it, break on it. When you see the ball in the air, when you see a receiver make the cut, and you anticipate it. Break on the football, get there, make a play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll run forward with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Jameis now on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And he's got his man.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Now Montez. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Here's Montez. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Room here to run. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
To throw, Montez. He'll buy some time right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Jones now throwing on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nifty move, and bulldozing his way through. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, Why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Miles Sanders with a touchdown run. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington football team. The Browns trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half?
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves starting to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Rolling to his left. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a one-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, here's an option right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he'll give it here to his running back. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5. Back to throw. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sims. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Steps away. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a play fake here on first down.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Patriots are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Patriots look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in them. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Rolling to his right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Out to his left.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give...
Cliff Kingsbury's saying, hey, let's take another look at that. He's going to throw down the challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Escaping the pressure right. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Again to Henry. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we know how difficult it is to slow down Derrick Henry. That time they went to the face mask, and that's a pretty easy call.
They just tried to figure out any way possible to get him down, but you just have to wonder if that might make him just a little bit madder. He already runs angry, and that's when he's in a good mood.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They go with Watt again, the fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derek Watt, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So here are the Patriots to take over. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they got the lead in the football. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Elijah Moore, 84 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. On the carry, it's Watt. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derek Watt punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. That's caught at the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Jones on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They push him back 8 yards and time on 2nd down. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they're going to get the 1st down here as he's up to the 14. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Not much there, only a yard. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and nowhere to go here. And this is going to wind up a safety. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded just inside. And the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. The 20.
And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You know, you force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard. A little under 50 seconds to go. Steps away. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get another road test next.